Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be talking about one of the major reasons why we have quite a huge number of masculine overdriven women in comparison to feminine women. Now, there are various reasons why this has become the norm now, but one of the biggest ones that I notice from my life and the women around me as well is that a lot of us were groomed and brought up in a way where the masculine overdriven woman was celebrated and the feminine woman was not. So if you're a little girl and the people that you see in your life, the women that are cheered on, are the women who are burning themselves out, the women that are do-it-alls, the women that sacrifice their lives for other people, the women that put aside their needs for the sake of the family, if that's all you see, then how are you supposed to know that you should embrace your femininity? In fact, you're not going to even know what the word feminine means because the examples that you see in your family are not. So can you blame the woman who is then moving through a world? No, you can't, right? And I wanted to talk a little bit about this because it's still happening today. Like, we have a lot of modern day women who are raising young girls to be in their masculine overdriven energy, and they're not wrong. They're just essentially passing down the upbringing that they got into their own daughter. For women like me, we were burned by it. Let's be honest here. I didn't just wake up one morning and say, oh, I just want to be my feminine energy. That's not how it worked. I learned the hard way, okay? I learned the very, very hard way. And I think from my perspective, another thing that contributed to that was that even when we had the word feminine, there were misrepresentations around it that just caused me to be like, ew, no, that would never be me, right? And it's part of the conditioning and the upbringing that we got in the environment, right? This is not the fault of our caregivers. They did the best that they could given the resources that they had, right? But I think that the development of the way society was going and developed societies the way they were going, everybody thought, okay, it would be great if a woman is moving in her masculine overdrive. Now, people are going to say, but what about feminism and things like that? I'm so grateful for the feminist movement because if not for them, I would not be here. I would not have that choice to be able to do these videos for you ladies, right? But being able to have choices should also mean that you have the choice to use your masculine energy when you want to and have the choice to be in your feminine energy when you want to. I think for me, that's true feminism in its core. Well, for me at least, I don't know. But a key thing here is that just because you are because you're a modern day woman doesn't mean that you should forget you're a woman, right? You're a woman first before anything else. And if you do decide to forget that you're a woman first, there are consequences. Girl, I've lived through some of them. They're not pretty and they're not fun. And I wish, like, if I had powers, like, I wish that most women would not have to get to a point where they're forced to embrace their feminine, because when you do that, there are some damages that can occur. Some of them you can reverse, some of them you can't. So this is supposed to be a short video, but I thought it was important that we talk a little bit about how we're raising girls now. And I don't have kids, but I do have nieces and nephews. And for me, one of the key things when I'm in their presence is I want to make sure that I am embodying that energy of a whole healthy woman, so that if my niece decides that she wants to, she wants to be a go-getter, she can do it. right? If she decides that, hey, I want to be a go-getter, and at the same time I want to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, I'm embracing who I am as a woman, and I'm not forgetting that I'm a woman and trying to be a man. She can see that as well, and she has that example from her mom and her dad too as well. So yes, it's important, ladies. It's important that as we're doing this work, we think about the repercussions for that. And we know that it's not just for us, right? I embraced my femininity and then I came on YouTube, and now I'm telling you ladies, some of you ladies are watching me, and then you're going to embrace your femininity and then you're going to tell other ladies, right? So it's a beautiful thing when you think of it from that perspective, okay? We're changing the world. Thank you very much. But other than that, that's it. That's really what I wanted to come in here and say. A final note is that if you grew up in a family where, you know, the overdriven masculine woman was celebrated and the feminine woman wasn't, don't blame your caregivers. Like, don't blame your mom or your dad. They did the best that they could, really. They did the best that they could, given the resources that they had. What you can do now is that as you're learning these principles, you can help yourself and your generation that's going to come after you to make sure that you are transforming so that you can be able to show up in a way where the world receives you as that yummy, juicy, delicious gift, and that transfers to other generations as well. But other than that, ladies, I will see you in my next video. Bye.